Hello, friends! Today we're going to share a wonderful story called A Letter to God. It's all about a farmer named Lencho who had a very, very big wish. Are you ready to see what happens? Let's begin!
Okay, let's try something fun. Can you close your eyes, just for a little second, and think of something you want more than anything? Is it a big, cuddly teddy bear? Or maybe a super-duper fast race car? Whatever it is, hold that wish in your heart, because our new friend, Lencho, he has a big wish too.
All right, are you ready? Our story starts on a lovely sunny day. Let's go meet our friend Lencho the happy farmer. So, once upon a time, in a little house all by itself.
Yep, right there, on the tippy top of that hill, was Lencho's cozy little house. Do you see it? So cute. He lived there with his whole family, and you know what? They were just as happy as could be. Now, Lencho was a farmer, and he worked so hard in his field every single day. And his most favorite thing in a whole wide world was his corn. Just look at it. The tall green plants are reaching up to the sun. He knew this yummy corn would feed his family, and that thought just made him smile. Lencho was feeling so happy. But you know, sometimes, even on the happiest days, things can change. Suddenly, the wind started to whisper, and the sky began to turn a dark, grumpy gray. Oh dear, I think a storm was coming. Whoa, look at those big, puffy clouds. They don't look very friendly, do they? They look like big gray cotton balls getting ready to rumble and tumble in the sky. And then, plank, plunk, plank, the rain began to fall. Lencho was so happy. He thought, these aren't just raindrops. They're like shiny silver coins falling from the sky, making my corn grow big and strong. But oh no, the friendly rain turned into something not so friendly. Tiny ice balls, like little frozen marbles, started to fall from the sky. It's called hail, and it's very, very cold and hard. For a long time, the ice balls came down, and when the storm was finally over, everything was covered in white. It looked a little bit like a winter wonderland, but it wasn't a happy sight for Lencho. Oh, poor Lencho. His heart felt as broken as his corn plants. His beautiful green field was all gone. All of his hard work had been washed away by the storm. He didn't know what his family would do now. Lencho felt so sad and lost. But you know, even when we feel sad, a little spark of hope can shine. And right in Lencho's heart, a tiny idea began to grow. And it was a brilliant, wonderful idea. What was Lencho's amazing idea? Well, he decided to write a letter, but this wasn't a letter to a friend or a cousin. No, he was going to write a letter to someone very, very special. He was going to write to God. And in his letter, he asked for something special. He asked for 100 shiny coins. He thought that with that money, he could buy new seeds and grow a whole new field of corn for his hungry family. So, with lots of hope in his heart, Lencho carefully wrote his letter. And right on the front of the envelope, he wrote just 2 little words, to God. Then he went to town and sent his letter on its very special journey. And so, Lencho's letter was on its way. But wait, where does a letter to God even go? Well, let's follow it to the post office and find out what happens next. This is getting exciting. At the post office, a postman was sorting all the mail when he found a very funny-looking letter. To God? He said. I've never seen that address before. He just had to show it to his boss, the postmaster. The postmaster had a little giggle when he saw the letter too. But then, as he looked at the simple, honest writing, he stopped smiling. He thought, wow, this farmer believes so much. We can't let him down. And right then and there, the postmaster decided to do something truly amazing. And so, the kind postmaster became a secret helper. He asked all his friends at the post office to give a few coins. They couldn't get 100, but they collected a nice little pile of money, all for Lencho. The postmaster put all the money into an envelope, and for the signature, he wrote just one word, God. Now, for the most exciting part, what is Lencho going to do when he gets a letter back? The very next Sunday, Lencho went to the post office, his heart full of hope. And guess what? There it was, a letter for him. The postman handed it over with a big smile, and the kind postmaster watched from his office, feeling so happy inside. Lencho ripped open the letter and his eyes grew wide. Money! Just like he asked for. But then he started to count the coins. 1, 2, 3,
and he started to frown. Wait a minute, there were only 70 coins here, but he asked for 100.
So, was Lencho happy? Oh no, not at all. He was angry. His face got all scrunched up and he stomped his foot. But why? Why would he be angry to get a gift? What do you think is going on?
You see, this is where it gets a little mixed up. Lencho thought, God sent me all 100 coins, but those workers at the post office must have taken some. But we know the secret, don't we? We know that it was actually the super kind postmaster and his friends who sent the money, using their very own coins. So what did angry Lencho do? He wrote another letter. And in this letter, he asked God to please send him the rest of the money, but not through the post office. Oh my goodness. Now, just imagine for a second, what if you were the kind postmaster? You did something so nice for someone, and then you read this. How would you feel? That's a big thing to think about, isn't it?